Good morning, friends. Feels like it's been a while. So today I'm going to say hi, Jordan. I'm gonna draw in my sketchbook first and then do a painting probably. The thing is, I haven't really felt the want to exactly paint. I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with my colored pencils and markers and stuff in my sketchbook. Like, it just feels like it's more chill for me, because when I start to paint, I'm like, it needs to be perfect, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I don't let myself really experiment as much painting wise. So today I kind of want to change that. Hopefully. So I haven't tried it out yet, but I have the Winsor Newton gouache in Windsor Red. This had been in my hold bag in Amazon for a long time, so I'm gonna use it. But first I'm gonna kind of warm up and do a drawing whatever situation. I can't wait till this guy's done, you guys. This is gonna be a good sketchbook tour. Yeah, I'm already really liking where it's going. This is a little sneak peek. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, I didn't finish it, I had to work yesterday, of kudzu, if I'm even saying it right, but it's this really invasive plant, really invasive, where it will just take over other plants, take over homes, but it looks really cool. So, my God, my hands look so dead. Okay, they're not. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna draw, and then paint. Yeah, okay. See you soon. Hi, friends. How are we? I'm glad you made it to the voiceover. Before I really get into it, I have construction going on both sides of my house. So I can't really go anywhere to do the voiceover without really leaving my house, and I don't really feel like doing that. So yeah, if you guys hear, voices in the background, that's that. Okay, so let's jump into this voiceover stuff. Okay, so as you can see, I am doing color pencil art. What do you call that? I'm not coloring, because I am coloring, but I'm also drawing. I don't know. What do you guys call it? Do you guys call this coloring? I feel like coloring is when you have an outline already drawn for you and then you color it in. I don't know. You tell me. What is your definition of coloring? Drop it in the comment section. I'd love to know what your thoughts and ideas are. Let's put our thoughts and ideas into the idea machine. Okay. So yeah, I used to do color pencil drawing. That was mainly my thing for the longest time. And then I kind of started getting into watercoloring only a few years ago. Before the pandemic hit. Yeah, so I'm getting back into it. I really love the texture. It's giving the texture that I wanted that I can't always get when I'm painting, just because I'm still, I'm still learning oh God, that's really out of focus. So sorry for that, friends. At least there's just a boring part where I was coloring in the green lawn. So yeah, so I feel like I've kind of almost taken a step back from painting. I haven't painted in a long time. I will be painting at the end of this video, but it's more of an abstract situation. Yeah. Wow, I'm realizing I got my head up in this a lot. When I'm painting, I don't always need to put my face so close to the paper, but I think when I'm drawing or coloring or color penciling, however, whatever, I really lean in. So sorry for that. You can see my scalp. Speaking of scalp, and scalp health, I think today I'm going to go on The Ordinary and buy their new HA scalp serum, because my scalp has been a wee bit itchy. A wee bit. Yeah, okay, so that was a little off topic. I feel like I was going to say something else that was also off topic at the same time, but I forgot because I got excited, because after this I'm going to order my scalp serum. Yay! Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so taking a painting break. I feel like I don't even know how to paint anymore, to be honest. Like I painted at the end of this video and it's more abstract, and even that, I was like, what do I do again? And I'm like, whoa, Lucy, you've been painting for a long time. What do you mean you don't know what to do? I feel like I've gotten out of the painting, and that's fine, you know. I'm trying to say that it's fine. Part of me is like, why don't you want to paint anymore? That I love painting. I think maybe I'm just getting a little tired of it and need a little, you know, break, like a different media kind of break. And so color pencils is where it's at. And I've been having a really fun time with it. As you can tell, I love green. Green's my favorite color. So we're doing a lot of green stuff. But yeah, I love the way it looks, and I don't know, it's just got this nice finish to it, and it's kind of cool because I feel like I'm kind of developing my style a lot more by switching my media, and kind of just discovering stuff that I like and appreciate with, you know, color pencils and whatever. Yeah, so I'm stoked. I really think I'm kind of getting somewhere with my style. And, you know, Lee Ellickson said something in one of her videos about style and how I'm not, don't quote me, but she was like, it kind of pigeonholes people, especially like new artists, because you want to, you know, emulate a certain style, but then you kind of get yourself stuck in it. And you are like, wait, that's my style. It's like, no, you can do whatever you want. Like, you know, and for a bit I was having, like, when I first started my channel, I felt like I was going through, like, a style crisis. I was like, it has to be this way. It has to be cohesive. It's like, no, art is art. Just make it, have fun, do that. And then eventually, you know, people, you know, like my boyfriend, he's not my boyfriend anymore, he's my fiance. We were talking about how, you know, I know his style. He has a certain style, and he goes, no, I don't have one. I don't really do. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, yeah, so, why isn't the video playing in the background while I'm doing the voiceover? I'm scared. I'll be right back again. Okay, oh god, what just happened? I'm so scared, you guys. This voiceover I don't think is gonna go too well. This is bringing me back to my beginning roots of learning how to edit and, like, destroying a lot of my videos in the beginning. So if you guys are new to my channel, and you don't watch my older videos, that's fine. That's totally fine. If you do, though, oh my god, it stopped again. Okay, and it's playing. You know what, you guys? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I'm scared. Anyways, so, like I was saying, my fiance, I know his style. Like, when he does draw something or, you know, whatever, I can tell that was him, you know? And I'm hoping that's the same with me and my style, that if you guys were to look at my sketchbook or, you know, any of my sketchbooks or my paintings, you would think automatically like, oh, Lucy Mittens made this. This is a mitten piece. And I'd be like, yes, me, mittens, I make, yes, thank you, okay? But honestly, you know, you can have multiple styles. It's all good. Like, I feel like I have a cutesy style for, like, when I'm making little characters, or, like, I have a more, like, whimsical botanical style when I paint, like, certain paintings, but then I can go super abstract too. Like, there's, you know, the sky's the limit? What's that saying? Whatever, there's no limit. Just do it, have fun, and you learn from it, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do, especially with this notebook. I'm stoked. Like, I don't know why, but the pages are kind of thin, so it's making me feel like it's like, you know, not like a kid's coloring book. Like, you know, that texture of the pages in kids' coloring books where it's like the paper is so thin, it's almost like see-through. It's giving me that kind of vibe, which is great because it's making, I don't know, it's like, I feel like when I have nicer paper, I need to, like, really use it properly and, like, actually make something good with it, because then I'm like, oh, you're just wasting paper, and you paid a lot of money for that good paper, and you just made crap. And so with this, I'm like, I can make stuff and not really care what I'm doing just because I know, in my head, the paper's not as good, but it's still good paper. You know what I'm saying? Do you get where Mittens is coming from? It's less pressure for me because I'm thinking I'm not wasting good paper, but that's something I just need to work on, because in the end, it's like, I am using the paper. Yeah, so be it. Some of them might have some spots that are opened, whatever, you guys, all good. So yeah, where are my notes? I had some notes. Okay. Also taking kind of like a social media break. For the longest time, I would go on Instagram and Pinterest, obviously. I love Pinterest. I'll always go on Pinterest. That I will never take a break from. I'm like maybe addicted to it. I have like over 40K pins. But that also is from like me starting it in like high school and like middle school. So that's like a decade worth of pins there. So, that's anyways. Not going on like Instagram because I follow all my favorite artists on Instagram, and so I'm constantly seeing what they're creating and making, and that kind of puts pressure on me in a weird way because I'm just comparing myself to them, and I don't want to do that anymore. Also, I don't want to look at, it's great if you do this. I'm just in a space where I don't want to look at other people's art to get inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's cheating. It totally isn't. If you get inspiration to do a whole different idea from looking at someone's painting, great, awesome, so be it. I'm just trying to stay away from that just because, I don't know. I want to come up with my own ideas and not feel like I was copying somebody or just like getting I don't know. I want it to come from me. And even if coming from me includes even like finding a picture on Pinterest and drawing it the way I see it or the way I would draw it, instead of looking at how someone else had done their process. I don't want to do that anymore. I really, really want to work on making art that I like and that feels good to me and that I appreciate it. And yeah, so not comparing myself to others. So Instagram, barely been going on it, and I feel a lot better about that. I do. And then also allowing myself to experiment more. So that kind of comes in with this leuchtturm sketchbook too. I've been experimenting a lot more, and then and yeah, some of it's ugly, but I've learned a lot just from the past few days of drawing in this notebook, and I'm so happy about that. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna take a break for a second and drink some coffee and come back. Okay, sorry, I had to think about that for a second. I always come into this voiceover, or like I used to always write out exactly everything I said, and then I stopped doing that, and now it's just like a big jumbled mess. Like I've got the scrambies in my brain. So, okay. Oh God, what is happening to me? What's happened to me? Okay, so yeah, I think I'm probably gonna stop talking about painting, although, and drawing, and maybe talk about my week, stuff like that. Painting wise though, I would like to start making some bigger pieces, because I used to paint with acrylic all the time, and I've stopped. Part of the reason I stopped is because my cats won't leave me alone, especially when I'm doing a bigger piece on like an easel. And when I'm scraping my brush against the canvas, they're like, ooh, what's that? And then they start like trying to paw at it, and I'm like, oh. So I haven't been doing very big paintings, but I'd like to make one in the future soon. Yeah. Okay, so I'll talk about my week. Well, my mom got out of the hospital. She's doing much gooder, so that's amazing. We are going to be going to Newport again soon as well. You guys, I don't even know. I feel like I'm just not talkative today. What is up with me? This morning I woke up and was like, yeah, today's a great day. Actually, what I woke is kind of weird. Do you guys ever when you were younger, you did something and like, for example, me, I did karate. And for some reason this morning, I was like, do I remember all my basic forms? Like, do I remember the stuff from karate? No, not really, but kind of. And I was looking that up. Do you guys ever do that where you're like, wait a second, when I was a kid, I was like badass at something, and then you stop doing it and you're like, can I do it again still? Is that a thing for me? Yeah, so, that's pretty random. What else, you guys? I don't know. And I don't want to do the rest of the voiceover with music, because I really, I feel bad saying this because I really appreciate when anyone shares their art on YouTube or whatever, but like, I don't want to just hear your music in the background. Like, I know I could technically listen to something else. For me, though, I don't even care. I just want you to talk. Like, it could be about nothing, but I just want to hear the artist speaking. I don't know why. I don't know the psychology behind that. I just want to know. I just want to know the stuff. And also, I mentioned in my last video, too, how I make my videos a certain way because I want to see that. Like, okay, that saying, like, be the change you wish to see? It's like that, but obviously not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some big deal, like, all artists need to stop doing aesthetic shots. Like, that's not a problem in society. I just don't like it personally. Like, I get it. I do appreciate it. I just, again, like, and someone, I forget who mentioned it in my comment section, but like, even put like when you get the video of them like lighting their candle or pouring their coffee, I'm like, I don't want to see that, okay? Like, I don't. But at the same time, I was watching somebody else and she was washing her dishes and I almost skipped, but then she goes, does anyone else wash their Ziploc bags? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I was like, I actually appreciated that little point, because it's like, sometimes I do want to see what the artist is doing in their regular life, but for the most part, not really. And what I'm finding too is a lot of the artists that I have been following, they're moving very much and evidently so away from making art on camera, and they're doing more vloggy, like behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, I appreciate that. Like, if I, for example, for me, like setting up, an online shop, like, I do appreciate watching those videos, but at the same time, I'm subscribed to you because I want to see your art. I don't want to see like you doing your laundry. I'm sorry, I really don't want to see that. So like, that's my rant. Yeah, so that's why I try my best to do voiceovers. I know at the beginning I didn't always, I would do the music in the background or lo-fi or whatever, but I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't. But whatever, to each their own. If you guys appreciate it, I totally I get it. I totally do. But at the same time, it's like, I know that it's like they're making the shot look nicer. That's not what their true full life looks like. It might be, who knows, most likely not though, because no one really wants to show the ugly side on YouTube or Instagram. You want to show the like manicured, setup shots, whatever, however you want to explain that. I can't explain today. I don't know why. I think I'm a little tired as per usual. But yeah, so that's why I make my videos the way I do, where I'll do an intro and I'll kind of talk to you about like what I'm, how I'm feeling that day, where I'm at mentally kind of, and then what I'm going to paint or draw. And then I go straight into it. And I'm not showing you like side angles of like my color pencil touching the paper. Like, that to me is just, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a waste, but like, I'm sorry. I can't really see what you're doing for your painting if you're just showing me a really close-up picture of you coloring with your pencil. I don't know. It really kind of irks me. And it irks me that all these people that I follow, and you can see in their, like, the few years when they first started their YouTube channel, it was all art, and then they're starting to get into this more aesthetic kind of vibe where it's like, I want to show the, like, shots of me setting up my table. I'm like, I don't want to see that, please. Like, I subscribe to you to see your art, not your life, okay? And that might sound really harsh, but, like, that's how I feel. But that's why, like, I make a whole separate vlog, you know, for my vlog videos. That way, because I know, you know, not everyone wants to watch them. And if you do, awesome. I appreciate you. But at the same time, like, I know, you know, coming from myself, I don't want to watch it. Most likely, unless I'm specifically searching for it, I don't want to watch it. So, yeah. Mini rant. And the construction behind me is actually getting worse, so I'm actually going to say goodbye, because it's giving me oh, now it stops. Now it stops. Cool. And back at it. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified for all future uploads. And if all goes well, Wednesdays will be upload days. Wednesday's Wednesday's child is full of whoa. Okay, bye.